So I think one of the more fascinating teams next year has to be the Dallas Mavericks. So they've been talked about a ton this offseason because we all saw Nico Harrison's vision. They got the #1 overall pick to select Cooper Flagg, who's going to be 18 years old when he debuts in the 2026 season. And this team is incredibly deep. It's deeper than what it was last year. If Anthony Davis can stay healthy, and if Kyrie can maybe look 80% of what he did before the injury, he's still an all-star caliber point guard. And I've already done like a long Dallas Mavericks rebuild, and if you've watched any of my rebuilds this offseason, you know 2K really likes the Dallas Mavericks. So today, it's one of my final rebuilds here in 2K26. We're going to be doing a little bit of a twist on a Dallas Mavericks rebuild. So I do have the simulator difficulty very high. We're up to 65. I normally would have 50, or I'll have it at 50 to 55. But today I'm also going to be trading away Anthony Davis, and when he's healthy, Kyrie Irving. Yeah, we're going to go into a different direction and a full-on rebuild or just a retool with the Mavericks, because we should get a very good return for Anthony Davis. I don't think I'm getting somebody of Luka Doncic caliber, but he could still be a top 10 player and a top 5 defender in the sport when he's healthy, and one of the best big men in the league. And Kyrie, I'm probably going to look to trade in the 2026 offseason as well. We need him to be healthy. It wouldn't make sense to have Klay Thompson on this team much longer. We either have to extend or trade away PJ Washington, but I still want to be competitive, right? I don't want to tear everything down, but we're going to have a different timeline with Cooper Flagg. So yeah, I do think the Mavericks could be pretty good in 2025, but they need to stay healthy. Cooper Flagg needs to have like the high he doesn't have to be like an all NBA caliber player or an all-star in year one, but if he's a top 20 small forward, if he's a good defender, like, this is a really good team around Anthony Davis. So I don't really know what's going to happen immediately. Like, I could trade away Anthony Davis right now. Like, 2K loves the Mavericks. I wonder what team would actually trade for AD. I think there could have been a scenario where that happened in the offseason. And yeah, there's like a team like the Jazz who have accumulated so many picks and young players trade for AD, or the Washington Wizards. A Zion for AD trade would objectively be hilarious. Like, could the Raptors try to get AD? They've been trying to get a star for a while. San Antonio has the assets from the KD trade that they didn't make with Minnesota trade a lot. So there's plenty of options we can have. I may trade Anthony Davis in the offseason, because it is a major contract to trade him here at the deadline. And we do have undrafted free agent Ryan Nembhard from Gonzaga. Unfortunately, D'Lo just recently got hurt, but I like Jaden Hardy. I like Max Christie as young players on this team. I like Najee Marshall as well. I think he's kind of an underrated player still. PJ Washington, still a good 3-and-D piece. And you have two good centers in Gafford, who you just extended again, and Derek Lively. So yeah, we're just kind of building a different team around Cooper Flagg now than what you can with the Mavericks. Like, I mean, 32 and 33 is not crazy old in the NBA anymore when you're seeing what Steph, KD, and LeBron are doing. Now, not everybody could be those guys, or even Chris Paul, and play at an above average level. And we are 29 and 14. So yeah, I'm going to break up a good team. Maybe that's just what Nico Harrison's going to do whenever your team gets too good. Whenever you make it to the finals in 2024, you trade your global franchise superstar half a year later. All right, so I'm going to see if the Clippers would give me their 2030 first round pick, Bogdan Bogdanovic, who has been good this year, and Chris Dunn for Klay Thompson and Dante Exum, just to have like the oldest team ever who has 2 years left on this contract. They don't want to do that. I do plan on trading Klay at the deadline. I mean, we are 37 and 15. You know what? It's either... man, can I extend PJ? Please tell me I can. Okay, I'm going to extend PJ. I'm going to give him $15 million a year for 3 years. I could still trade him. What I'm going to do is just let this team play out. Hey, they win it all. Cool. I'm still going to trade everybody no matter what in the offseason. I thought it would be a fun idea, something different that could maybe happen. Like, say the Mavericks are, I don't know, say they're bad next year. I don't think they're going to be bad, but say they are. Could they go in a different direction? I mean, they just extended Kyrie, so probably not. So this is definitely all on a hypothetical. And Wemby wins MVP. Cooper Flagg takes home Rookie of the Year. Looking pretty good already. So hopefully we build the team around him correctly after these major trades we're going to make. Does Cooper Flagg get on an All-NBA team? Sometimes he does, which would be crazy. Anthony Davis, top 5 defender in the sport. So good, man. So good. He should get me, like, after this season, yeah, he should get me a haul this offseason. Shout out to both Thompson twins on all defensive second team. So yeah, we got Kyrie Irving back, correct? Or is Kyrie still hurt? Kyrie's still hurt with the ACL tear, so he's going to be out for the year. It would be kind of funny if this team still won it all with no Kyrie Irving. And we're taking on Luka Doncic and the LA Lakers, and we beat them in 7 games. Oh my God. This series, I feel like, would do ratings. Now you have AD versus KD here, and we ended up getting swept. Okay, so we don't win it all. We're like, you know what? Let's go in a different direction with this team. The Warriors and Knicks in the finals. Warriors win in 5. Shout out to Jimmy Butler getting finals MVP for the first time in his career. That's pretty dope. And there goes LeBron. Do I trade AD back to the Lakers? Chris Paul retires. Anybody like I don't want to retire yet, like DeRozan? I mean, can I override LeBron's? I can't. Can Can I override Drew's? Yeah, I feel like Drew wouldn't retire just yet. Rick Carlisle, Tom Tibbs, and Doc Rivers all retire, so some notable coaches there. Oh my God, Klay Thompson did retire. All right, well, there goes an asset I could have traded for this offseason. I didn't even realize that. Hey, that's on me. So we can't make any trades till after the draft lottery. You have the Hornets getting number 1, the Hawks getting number 4 from the Derek Queen trade. The Wizards are getting number 6. Shout out to this roster creator, the scenario that I downloaded, because this guy has the correct draft pick in there. We will own our first round pick at 28. So I could trade him to the Cavs for Mobley and Garland. Not going to do that. That one doesn't make a lot of sense. Jalen Johnson would be fun. This would fit our timeline a little bit better. I mean, AD and Kyrie surrounded about like Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson is intriguing. There could be like an AD to Miami type trade, but I'm sure they would want like AD and Bam in the front court. Like, would Portland try to streamline the process here and I can get Denny and Scoot? The Wizards intrigue me as well. I feel like they wouldn't want to move Trey. They just drafted him. So what pick do you guys have? 6, Bub Carrington, and Alex Sarr for Anthony Davis. Can we do this deal? They say no. What about if you keep Bub and I'll take your 2027 first round pick and your 2029 swap best here. So 3 first round picks in Sarr for AD. They say no. Damn, this is actually going to be tougher than I thought. I mean, they should say yes to this deal. Like, I feel like getting Alex Sarr would be fun. All right, what about if we do our Triple J and pick 5 for Anthony Davis? Would you guys do this? They say no. Do you have cap space to take on like a D'Angelo Russell? They don't. Okay. I mean, how much are we off of doing that? And I'll take on John Conchar. Can we do this? You're not interested? Jesus, man. Can we? I don't want this to take forever. All right. What about just D'Lo, AD, and Caleb Martin for Ty Jerome and Triple J? I don't really want to throw any draft capital in this trade, so I may just have to override this one, which is kind of annoying. All right. So let's just do, you can keep the 5th overall pick. We're going to do 14 Ty Jerome, Jaren Jackson Jr. for Anthony Davis and D'Angelo Russell. You guys that have been with me for a while know that like these massive trades are so hard to pull off. And after the season AD had, I feel like they would do this one. How good was Ty Jerome? He was actually pretty good last year. So Devo and AD for Jackson, Jerome, and a later first round pick. We're going to force that one through. I don't want to sit here forever. Now, when is Kyrie going to be healthy? He is healthy right now. So like, what is his value out after an ACL tear? Should I send him back to Boston? We're going to send Kyrie to the Sacramento Kings for Malik Monk and his expiring deal that I could maybe move at the deadline and the 11th overall pick. So they're going to have Kyrie, Sabonis, Levine, and DeRozan. It's kind of funny of a core, but it's something Sacramento would do. All right, so now we have Jaren Jackson Jr. and Cooper Flagg defensively. It's pretty electric. It fits the timeline a little bit better. He's like 6 or so years younger. I could look to move Daniel Gafford if we wanted to as well. We do have 3 first-round picks, 11, 14, and 28. And I want to see if I can move PJ Washington, PJ Washington, Caleb Martin, and 28 for Hansen Yang, who was not good as a rookie, but if I trade Gafford, he could be the backup to Derek Lively. They agree to that. All right, so this team obviously looks very different, right? Like, we have plenty of centers. I'm probably going to move Gafford this offseason. We have Triple J. We have Cooper Flagg. I'm keeping Najee Marshall for now. We have Malik Monk, Ty Jerome, Dante Exum, and Christie, and we have Jaden Hardy as well. I have 2 incoming first-round picks. And I want to see if somebody, like, falls through the cracks a little bit. AJ DeBanza is a Hornet. Cameron Boozer's a net. So the Jazz are going to get Darren Peterson. What a pickup there out of Kansas. The Hawks are trading pick 4 for Pascal Siakam. It's a hot take of mine, but I do think the Pacers like could eventually trade Siakam if Halliburton's not looking healthy. He's a year older. They don't like to pay the luxury tax. There's some signs to it. So the Grizzlies just traded 5 and a 29 first for Bridges and Trey Mann. I guess they're going all in around Anthony Davis, so I respect it. Jaden Quaintance, excuse me, and AJ DeBanza to the Hornets in this year's draft. Wizards select Natum Men. Trey Eccles here from West Virginia goes. Okay. And the Celtics are trading pick 8 and Luka Garza for Nikola Vucevic and Duncan Robinson. The Blazers are trading number 9 for Jalen Wells. I don't know if I would have done that, Memphis, around AD. They take Isaiah Harwell. And then the Miami Heat right ahead of us select Elijah Arenas. That's a good pick. I feel like the Hornets are still looking for a center. So could I get the lottery protected pick from the Heat? And could I get our first rounder back in 2027? So 2 first rounders for Daniel Gafford. They say no to that, actually, which, interesting. I don't know about that one. I guess I could wait to do this trade and then maybe throw in like Dante Exum or something. That would probably get it done. So let's make our selection here. Probably going to trade away Daniel Gafford. I don't mind the idea of selecting, we could take Mikal here. We could take Kareem Lopez, King Fleming from Houston, Tucker DeVree from now Indiana, right? I think he's going there. I'm going to take Kareem Lopez. You guys know I'm a big fan of Kareem coming out of the NBL. Koa Pete goes, and then Hugo Fajardo goes. Definitely butchered that name. So it's something I'll learn throughout the college season. We could take Caleb Wilson, C-Dub here from UNC, but I wouldn't mind taking a point guard. We could take Tahad Pettiford. We could take Boogie Fland. I'm not going to take Mikal Brown Jr. Let's take Caden Boozer, the brother of Cameron Boozer. All right, so we take Kareem Lopez. We take Caden Boozer. We're going to pick up the team option on Lively and Prosper, and I'm going to probably extend Lively, so that means we'll probably move on from Daniel Gafford. So if we go to the Charlotte Hornets, and I'm going to ask for the Miami first rounder in 27, and I hope they still have the cap space after team player options for Gafford. So our first went down. Interesting. So could I maybe snag like a Magic 29 first for Gafford, Prosper, and I don't have Exum anymore. So what about that? Does that work? Okay, so our pick value went down. I'll take that. Exum is a free agent. Powell's a free agent. I'm probably not going to use any cap this offseason. Like, this team looks a lot different. So I want to kind of get used to these guys. Lively and Yang. We're going to have Triple J, Flagg, Marshall, Lopez, Jerome, Monk, Christie. Monk is definitely a trade deadline candidate. And Hardy and Boozer. I'd like to bring back Ryan Nembhard. And I'd like to pick up like a power forward. We could bring back Harrison Barnes here to Dallas. And I would like to get a third string center. That could be like Jock Londale, sure. I'm also putting it on with the trade restrictions and the, I'm not going to, lose Ryan Nembhard. With the trade restrictions and the signing. So after I get them, I can't move them for 60 days. And we also created a $19 million trade exception from Kyrie Irving. And we actually have like $20 million in cap space. But yeah, we're about to sign Derek Lively in a little bit. So Cooper Flagg is now our highest overall player. All right, so let's advance here. But before, can I extend Lively? Yes. So let's do, I like this. We could do a $100 million contract. Can I do 5 years? I can. So we'll do that. So similar to like Jalen Johnson, I think got like 5 years, 130 or 5 years, 150. Even like Trey Murphy's deal. We're going to do this over time, which I feel like is a nice payday for Lively. I'd like to re-sign Christie so he doesn't leave me in a year from now, but we're going to front load that. So we'll take care of him a little bit earlier. So let's do that. Hardy, we have a team option on Marshall. We can wait a year. All right. So the first full year now with no Kyrie Irving, and no Anthony Davis, we're going to have Flagg, Jackson, and Lively there. I think we're going to go Jerome and Monk in the backcourt, which is not great defensively, but they're not going to play like a ton of minutes, right? So like Monk's going to get 27. Hopefully he can have as good of a season as last year so we could trade him. Jerome, we're going to go 25 too. Let's go 23 to Christie and Hardy. Let's go about 18 to Najee Marshall. We're going to do about 15 to Yang. Let's do 36 to Cooper Flagg, 35 to Triple J, 30 to Lively. And then the 8 minutes here could go to Ryan Nembhard, could go to Kareem Lopez. Probably do that. Just to see what he can do. We're 3-star balanced. No, we're actually 4-star balanced, so let's go to that. Start off the season 1 and 2. We'll see how much Cooper Flagg can now carry a team. Well, I'm interested to see if Triple J actually averages more than Flagg. We're 7 and 4 throughout our first 11 games. I mean, these guys are elite defensive duo. All right, so Malik Monk unfortunately just got hurt, so hopefully that doesn't affect like his potential trade value at all. He's shooting well within the 3-point line, so how bad's the injury? Right knee tendonitis, 4 to 6 weeks. Great. So hopefully he is healthy around the trade deadline. We are 13 and 6, so we're still very early in the season. We'll keep an eye on how the Grizzlies do. What are they with 80? They're 10 and 12. And then we send Kyrie to the Kings. The Kings are 6 and 16. Damn. All right, so we are 32 and 15. We are the 2 seed after all these moves. We do have the 3rd best point differential in the Western Conference. Memphis is 24 and 29. With Anthony Davis and Ja Morant running the show, and the Kings are better. They're 23 and 26. Oh my God. Well, Kyrie Irving was just traded for Jamal Murray, and the Kings also traded away somebody for Brandon Ingram. Actually, I don't think he's played a single game yet. Did this just happen? Sabonis for Brandon Ingram. Okay. So we're here at the deadline. Low key, Ryan Nembhard. Kind of a beast, 7.7 assists in like decent playing time with the Monk injury, and Christie got hurt this year as well. So I think I'm going to look to move Monk's expiring here at the deadline. Well, he has a player option, so it's not essentially like a full-on expiring contract. So I'm actually not getting anything that I like for Monk right now, so maybe I'm going to pivot to moving Najee Marshall. And really not getting much that I like either. I can get PJ Washington back. I don't know about that one. It's just like some second-round swaps. All right, you know what? I think we're going to just keep the team as it is. We have depth, and we'll see how far this team can go in the playoffs. So I think I'm going to actually remove Najee Marshall from the rotation, and we're going to get Nembhard a decent amount of minutes. He's been good. So, unfortunately, in the last week of the regular season, Cooper Flagg got hurt. So, we'll see how long it's going to roll him out for the playoffs. Jeremiah Fear is really good, most improved player. Powell got clutch player of the year. Cooper Flagg, left knee tendonitis, all NBA first team, 23, 11, and 5.5. 51, 39, 86 splits here on all NBA first team, but he will be hurt at the start of the playoffs, unfortunately. Don't see Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving on an all-NBA team. Cooper Flagg, all defensive first team. Jaren Jackson Jr., all defensive second team. But so did Anthony Davis. Surprised like Ryan Nembhard, unless he was really bad in the second half. Yeah, how did he not get on? Well, I guess he technically qualified as a rookie last year. I didn't think he played. So we ended the season as the 2 seed. We're going up against a team that eliminated us last year in the Houston Rockets, who have a goated defensive backcourt of Drew Holiday and Amen Thompson. They have Tari Eason, KD, Jabari Smith, Scottie Pippen, Nick Richards, and Ben Simmons as well. We finished the season with a 52-30 record, 3 games behind the Thunder, but basically like half their point differential, so not too good there. And we're going to be without Cooper Flagg at the start of the playoffs. So I think we're going to start Najee Marshall at the 3, but we can get creative here. Let's go 27 to Jerome and Monk. Jaden Hardy was really good this year. He's going to get 27 as well. Let's go about 14 to Nembhard. We'll go 24 to Christie. Like, some of these guys can split time at the 3. Hanson Young was better this year. And I'm going to play a little bit more to Kareem Lopez. So we're going to go with it. I probably don't need Ryan Nembhard actually for the playoffs. So we're going to stick with the 9-man. I don't know what it's going to look like when Cooper Flagg comes back. So let's go. Honestly, let's start Max Christie over Najee Marshall. I trust him a little bit more. Monk can get 30. Jerome can get 30. And the final 7 I'm going to give to Kareem Lopez. So let's see what happens here. Battle of Texas. We lose game 1 by 5. Triple J had 30. But like Kenny carried this team as a number 1 with Cooper Flagg out. We lose game 2, 112-86. Game number 3 goes to Dallas. So we do win a game without Cooper Flagg. Monk with 26. Triple J with 25. Cooper Flagg, I believe he could play through this now. So let's get him back into the rotation. Kareem Lopez is struggling so far, so we're gonna flat out bench him for the playoffs. Let's give like 20 to Christie, and then we can go about 10 to Najee Marshall. He'll be the 9th man. He's actually been pretty good. Cooper Flagg's gonna get 38. We're just throw him out there. We'll go 15 to Najee. All right, game number 4 goes to Dallas. 135-118. Welcome back, Cooper Flagg. 28, 12, 7, 5, and 2. Unreal. We lose game 5 though. 121-118. 34, 10, and 10 for Cooper Flagg. Game 6, can we stay alive? Yes, we can. We win by 28. Cooper Flagg, oh my God, 31.7 points, 9.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists. Game 7 against Houston. That's a good Houston team. Like, they swept us last year. They were up 3-1, but we got Cooper Flagg back, and we're going to get revenge from last year's team. 39 for Flagg, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 24 from Triple J, 21 from Malik Monk. And we're taking on the Pelicans here in round number 2. You have the Thunder and the Spurs. So it looks like, yeah, AD and the Grizzlies lost in round number 1. And the Kings ended up losing to Minnesota in the play-in game, in which, Kyrie's in Denver, and they didn't even make the play-in tournament. I forgot. All right, so let's see if we can beat New Orleans. We lose game 1 by 3. Cooper Flagg versus Zion would be very electric if both of them can reach their ceiling, if Zion can stay healthy. We had 69 combined between Flagg, Triple J, and Hardy. And then added another 41 points. That's a nice 110 points between these 5. All right, game number 3 goes to the Pelicans, 141-130, 39-8 for Cooper Flagg, 21 for Triple J. We win game 4, 27-12 for Flagg. Let's win game 5. Bang, there we go. 144-136. Jaden Hardy had him and Monk combined for 67 points. That's insane. Oh, who got hurt? No, Cooper Flagg got hurt. This one looks serious. Oh my God. No freaking way. He ruptured his right Achilles, and he is out for a while. He could miss the first few months of next year as well. And we took a 3-2 lead. We actually won game 6, 92-88. Kareem Lopez got in there. He had 22 and 10. I put him in the rotation now. That stinks. So Kareem's going to get like, I don't know. I'm probably going to start Max Christie, I feel like. We just have a lot of small guards on the team. So let's go like 27 to Christie. And we can play more to Najee Marshall. And can we beat OKC? They have Thomas Sorber at the 5. Caruso, how's he been? 40% from 3 this year. Better than what I normally see. We win game 1 without Cooper Flagg. 29 points for Malik Monk. 15 and 10 for Ty Jerome, who's not even been that good in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they just ended up winning 4 in a row. Derek Lively off that contract extension this year. I haven't talked too much about him, but has been a consistent double-double guy. Lose by 14 here. Ty Jerome at 28. Kareem Lopez at 23. We're going to win game 4, 114-109. Game 5 goes to Dallas, 120-104. Ty Jerome with 19. Malik Monk with 19. Jaren Jackson Jr. fouled out in 15 minutes. Wow, so we lose game 6. The fact that we're in a game 7 with no Cooper Flagg is insane. All right, let's see what happens. Can we win here on the road in Game 7? Can it be a close one? Are we really about to go to the NBA Finals with no Cooper Flagg? Oh my God, we're up by 1 with 8 seconds left. What is going on? I don't need to lose on a buzzer beater. I need to see what's going on. Please tell me we have the ball. Oh boy, we do not have the ball. Okay, so they're going to go to Shea, I assume, right? Is Shea's not even on the floor. J-Dub's on the floor. Okay, Kareem Lopez, I need you to stay in front here. I need you to stay in front. Oh my God, they give it to Cason Wallace. Okay, Lively, help me out inside. Lively, we're good. We're good. Lively with the block. Let's go. All right, here we go. They're going to go to Dort in the corner. They have 2 seconds left. This is it. This is to go to the finals. Please. No foul. Chet. Really? Really? Did I jump too early? What else could I have done? I was scared I was going to foul. Oh my God. That is so dumb. That is actually so dumb. And we just lost Game 7. We didn't have Cooper Flagg. I'm impressed we got there. I don't even know what happened with Shea. Like, I don't even see Shea on the floor right now. Maybe he's hurt. And yep, we just got eliminated on a game-winning buzzer beater by Chet Holmgren right in front of Jaren Jackson Jr.'s face. J-Dub had 28 in this series. Huh. I guess he got hurt because his playoff numbers are the same thing as the conference finals numbers. And they're going up against the Toronto Raptors. So if I go to the Thunder, is Shea hurt or was he just like, Shea is hurt? Wow. When did he get hurt in that series? I didn't even notice. When was his last game against us? If I go to his recent games, he didn't even play against us. Wow. It's a bad loss then. So when did J-Dub come back? I guess in that series. So no. Maybe then that's a glitch. Maybe it always shows you your playoff numbers. Oh no, here they are. They look different now. So that's just, I guess, in that screen. And the Raptors actually beat the Thunder and they win the 2027 finals with no Shea. So Shea against his Canadian team did lose. Unless he did come back. I don't think so. Oh no, he did come back. I thought he was out for the year. What is going on with 2K's injuries? I don't know. So there goes KD. A lot of guys from the 2009 draft class and Drew, Steph. Russ ends up retiring. Jimmy, Middleton, Harrison Barnes, Mavericks legend, ends up retiring as well. Charles Lee retires. KD, Curry, and Russ retire. Here are your jersey retirements. And we could have the 13th pick. I believe that's lottery protected, actually, so we ain't getting that pick. The Heat will get their pick at 13. We're going to own our first rounder at 26. And how long is, like, Cooper Flagg out for? He's out. It still says the season. All right, so I'm going to take Leandro Lopez Senecal here from Puerto Rico. Kind of a cool name, so I'm going to take him here. That is pretty much my analysis. Garrett Hunt, 83 overall at the age of 20, going to the Pacers. Thank God he's in the Eastern Conference. So LLS here, we're going to take here. Could actually be a pretty good player. Monk opts in. Hardy, Flagg, and Yang, we're picking up all those deals. All right, so Mikal Bridges got traded to Portland. I wonder if I can give them a good offer to get him here to Dallas. I'll start off with Ty Jerome, Malik Monk, and the swap horse between us and OKC next year. They say yes to that. Okay, so Mikal Bridges is going to be my starting shooting guard. I'm either going to start Jaden Hardy or Ryan Nembhard at the 1. And yeah, we're going to just hopefully get Cooper Flagg back at one point this season. Damn, Wemby ruptured his Achilles too. So Cooper Flagg and Victor Wembanyama both had serious Achilles injuries. I'll bring back Najee Marshall on the minimum, and I want to get at least, I guess, like a third-string center. So I'm going to bring in Neemias Queta. So Cooper Flagg, we'll see what he's going to be next year. You got Triple J at an 87. Welcome to the team, Mikal Bridges. Any contract extensions to get done with next year? Jaden Hardy I would like to bring back as well. So he's going to get a nice $51 million contract extension from us. So when I advance here, we're going to get full confirmation on when Cooper Flagg is going to be out till. And he is going to be out for 6 to 8 months. So that would be like majority of the NBA season. With 2K, it shouldn't be that long. But we'll see what the lineup's going to be. So I think Hardy at the 1. Maybe I put Bridges at the 3 just until Cooper Flagg gets back. And I'll start Max Christie. So I want to give like Kareem Lopez 22 minutes a night. That's fine with me. Maybe Najee Marshall plays. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to play Neemias Queta. We obviously want to get Hansen Yang in there. Yang Hansen. I would like to get Ryan Nembhard in there. We also signed, what's his name? Isaac Jones. I don't mind playing this first round pick, but maybe I shouldn't. So if I go to a 10-man rotation, let's get Caden Boozer some minutes. We could do something like that. Nembhard can get 22. 24 there to Lopez. 22. We'll go 30 to Lively. 35 to Triple J. 35 to Mikal Bridges. And we'll go 31 to Hardy. 30 to Christie. If an injury happens, though, like, we're going to have to play some guys we didn't think we're going to have to play. It just stinks that Cooper Flagg is out this long. So we are 2-4 to start off the year. Mikal Bridges is averaging almost 24 points per game. And Ryan Nembhard got hurt, so I'm going to get Leandro Lopez in the rotation. And we are here at the deadline with a 26-26 record. We're currently the 8th seed. here in the Western Conference, but we did just get back Cooper Flagg. So we're going to look a little bit different here after the deadline, where now I think I may start, I don't know, Hardy's like a good, I don't know, like maybe I want to get Nembhard just because I think he's the best passer on the team as the starting point guard, which is kind of crazy. We're going to go like 25 minutes a night to him. Bridges is going to be the 2, Flagg 3, Jackson Jr. 4, Lively 5. Christie's going to come off the bench. Kareem Lopez has not been great this year, so he's going to get like 15 minutes a night. I think I'm going to eliminate Najee Marshall from the rotation. So we're going to go about 20 to Hansen Yang, just because Lively's going to get 28. So Jaden Hardy is going to now be the 6th man, where he's going to get like 28 minutes a night. I think we're going to go 20 to Max Christie. And then the remaining 8, I could go to Caden Boozer, who's been better this year. But I think I'm going to go like 4 to Bridges and 4 to Triple J. So our big trade deadline acquisition is going to be Cooper Flagg. Yeah, I went with that lame excuse. And Victor Wembanyama. Okay, maybe the Spurs doctors thought the Achilles tear was never going to come back from. And then he goes on to average 28.5 points, 14.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5.2 stocks a night, 48, 39, 80. Okay, that's insane. Garrett Hunt could be the next Wemby, we'll see. Kasparis, 6th man of the year for the Miami Heat. Really good season from KJ. Wemby Depoy in New York. I mean, get him in that Eastern Conference. I'm okay with that. So we'll see who's on the Spurs going forward. Amen Thompson, All-NBA first team. You have Harden, Embiid, Tatum, and Shea on second team, with Cam Whitmore dropping 25 a night for the LA Clippers. Okay. You have Mobley, Halliburton, Chet, AJ, and Boozer on All-NBA third team. So we didn't end up getting anybody on the All-NBA teams. Like Flagg probably would have got there, but we ended up as the 7th seed this year. We go 44 and 38. Cooper Flagg in 30 games averaged about 24.5 points. Mikal Bridges was a really good pickup for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., 18.6 rebounds. Jaden Hardy, kind of an elite 6-man. Lively averaged a double-double. So for the playoffs, I'm not going to play Kareem Lopez. He was just way too inefficient this year. Sub 40% from the field and 32.5% from 3. But then I don't know who I trust as the 9th man. I guess Najee Marshall, but he wasn't good either. Low-key, like Caden Boozer was not bad. So Caden Boozer's going to get 10 minutes. We'll go 20 to Christie. We're going to go about 15 to Hansen Yang. We're going to go 30 to Hardy, 30 to Lively, 36 to Triple J, 39 to Cooper Flagg, and we can go one more to Mikal. As Nembhard, yeah, like 8 points, 7 assists, 38 from 3. I'll take that. We got to beat Minnesota, who have Anthony Edwards. The Spurs, with no Wemby, we're still the 3 seed. They brought back Mamu from Toronto. So let's see if we can beat the Minnesota Timberwolves here at home and advance to be the 7th seed in the playoffs. We lose by 6. Cooper Flagg had a 30-point triple-double, but it was not enough. Mikal Bridges only went 5 of 15. Jaden Hardy 3 of 13. And we're taking on, let's see, the Memphis Grizzlies. So Anthony Davis, such a coward, John Morant going up against Triple J. This should be fun. All right, let's see if we can win this one at home. Hopefully, we should be able to advance. And yeah, we're going to blow them out. So they don't make the playoffs. 32, 13, and 6 for Cooper Flagg. So I guess Kyrie and the Nuggets just don't make the playoffs anymore. They were actually the worst team in the Western Conference. How? Do I try to trade for Jokic at the end of the year? All right. Well, we took the Thunder to 7 last year with no Cooper Flagg. They traded for DeAndre Ayton. Let's see how far we can take them this year. Game 1 goes to Dallas. 138, 103, 44 for Mikal, 27 for Flagg, 21 for Hardy. We do lose game 2 by 15. Shea had 26. Cooper Flagg had a 31-point triple-double, but was not enough. We win game 3, 130, 113, 49 from Lively and Jaden Hardy. They tied up, so we've been going back and forth, 35 for Triple J here. We go up 32, 111, 100, 25, 18, and 10 for Flagg. We're going to go to a game 7 for the 2nd straight year against Oklahoma City. Hopefully, we're able to pull this one off. All right, let's see if we can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder here on the road in game 7 after what Chet did to us last year. I really thought we were going to lose this game, but no, we're going to blow them out of the building. We win by 34 on the road, and as an 8 seed, we are here in the conference semifinals. Flagg and Bridges and Triple J got it done there in round number 1. Caden Boozer struggled a little bit. Like, we don't have the depth that I thought we would at this point. I mean, Kareem Lopez not being good kind of hurts a little bit. I think I'm going to play Kareem like 10 minutes a night just to have the size out there, not really needing Caden Boozer. So we're taking on the Clippers with maybe, I guess, a top 10 player in the league or top 15 and Cam Whitmore. They still have Kawhi. They have Isaiah Joe running the point, who's averaged 17 in round 1. Colin Zubac, Vucevic, Cam Christie versus Max Christie. And we win game 1 by 1 in overtime. 54 for Triple J and Flagg. Game number 2 goes to the Mavericks, 117, 114. 34 for Bridges, 24 for Flagg. We lose game 3, 159, 150. Holy offense. Lively had 35. Nembhard had 21 assists. What? Okay. Game 4 goes to the Clippers by 13. Don't let them go up 3-2. Okay, we take a 3-2 lead. We kind of blow them out on the road. Huge. Nembhard had 18 assists in this game. How many assists is he averaging through the first 5 of this series? He's averaging only 8.5. Or no, he's averaging 12. All right, game 6. Can we win this one? Who got hurt? Mikal Bridges, the guy who never gets hurt, got hurt. All right, how long is he out for? He broke his arm, so he's out for the year. Welcome to the lineup, Jaden Hardy. And that sucks. So Kareem Lopez, how's he been since I inserted him into the lineup? He's been fine. He's going to get 15 minutes a night. We'll go 27 to Christie now, who's going to play a lot more, although he's been bad in the playoffs. Let's go 33 to Nembhard. We're going to go 35 to Jaden Hardy. I'm going to go 41 to Flagg. Let's go 36 to Lively. And then we can go 2 more to Kareem. Yeah, we're running a 8-man rotation out here. Game 6. We win. All right, so we're in the conference finals. 44 points from Cooper Flagg. Taking on the 2-seeded Warriors, who have James Harden, Jalen Green, Drake Powell, Draymond Green, Clint Capella, Yannick Niederhauser, Lonzo Ball, Dante DiVincenzo. What is that team in Golden State? And this could have been like Bridges versus Dante, but we're not going to get that. You got Charlotte versus Cleveland over here. Could have been LaMelo Lonzo, but Lonzo ain't there anymore. I think he's in San Antonio? I did see Lonzo's name recently. Was it in Los Angeles? I don't know. So game 1, we're going to win. 3 games away from making it to the finals as an 8 seed. 35 from Flagg, 14 rebounds from Lively. We lose game 2 by 13 though. Jalen Green at 38, 62 from Flagg and Triple J. Who is game 3 by 18. Hardy at 24. We do tie it up though by 18. Derek Lively averaging 15 points in the playoffs. We win game 5 by 10. Can we go to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. Cooper Flagg carrying this team 26, 12, and 5.5 with 3.5 stocks a night. All right, so let's see if we can beat the Charlotte Hornets led by LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, AJ DeBanza, JQ, Daniel Gafford, former Dallas Maverick, Conkin Bull, Salon Smith, and Cody Williams coming off the bench. All right, game number 1 goes to Dallas, 131-118. Cooper Flagg with 38, Jaden Hardy with 32, Triple J with like 33 in that one, but we lose game 2 by 4. Holy high scoring in this one. We do win game 3, 114-105. Cooper Flagg had 19 rebounds, Lively at 16. We're going to win game 4, 118-111. 21-10 for Triple J, 16 assists for Ryan Nembhard. Are we going to win in 5? Bang, there we go. The Dallas Mavericks don't even need Mikal Bridges. We don't even need much of a bench. Cooper Flagg comes back from the ruptured Achilles there, plays 30 games, and helps us win the 2028 NBA Finals. And that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. We're getting towards the end of 2K26. I'm hoping to have a 20-year historic rebuild out this weekend, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. I wonder if this is a route the Mavericks would eventually go down. Do you think that Kyrie or AD is going to retire as a Dallas Maverick? Do you think they're going to make it through these contracts? This was just like an alternate idea. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.